It's another great episode of Brutally Honest, Raw, Uncut, Unfiltered, Live, right here on Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Every Thursday, you could catch myself, Stitches MBC, my colleagues to left and right of me, which they are
Brutal Keith, you already know.
Rico.
What's good? Yo, I was just thinking before we went live, man, like, ain't it funny how sometimes you meet somebody, they will stab you in the back and then blame you for it. And then they'll blame you and then they act like you're the reason why they got stabbed.
Wow. Okay.
What type of hypocrisy is this?
I mean,
But
they play the victim, right?
they play the victim, but doesn't it go as well for cheaters as well too?
Ooh.
Like, oh, you didn't think I was gonna get there, right? Like somebody would cheat on you and actually have the nerve to say, no, you're the reason why I cheated. Because you don't know how to take it from the back. That's why I cheated on you. Because I don't like the way you cook. That's why I told you I like mango and you keep making me mofongo. No, like, they love to play the victim role. What I mean by that is that people don't like to take responsibilities for their own actions. That's what it is. And it doesn't matter. We don't want to call them young or anything like that. What we are going to call them is immature. Maturity doesn't come with age. Maturity comes with experience. You could be 20 and act 40. Bro, you could be 40 and still act 20. Let's be honest. Yo, we just had a conversation how there's guys out there that are okay to just smooch off of females. We was just talking about this, my man. Like,
We ain't talking about pimping. We ain't talking about pimping.
Aren't we not?
No. I mean, you talking about roommates. Guys just living with girls like, oh yeah, you know, they just staying with somebody because, you know, they homeless.
Well, I think we're talking even bigger and more than that, bro. I'm talking about, like, what was you were saying?
The one that live home with their mama.
Ooh.
The one that live off girls. You know?
Paying their car note, paying their rent, paying their clothes. Like, they want to go out on a date and they have to be the ones to pay for this dude's movie tickets. They want to go out. Let's keep it brutally honest. They want to go out and she has to pay for the dude's drinks. How sad it is that he tells her, Ma, I want to have a boys' night out. You got $100 you can give me. Real talk. If a shorty ends up paying my rent, I'm not even gonna get hard for that whole month.
True story.
You know what I mean by that, bro? Like, I'm not gonna feel like a man. I'm not gonna feel like a man. I'm not gonna feel like a provider. I'm not gonna feel like I'm doing what I need to be doing. Like I had posted today, would a woman submit if a man led properly? And all that, you know, and I got a lot of responses to that. What did you think about that as far as, like, do you think a woman would submit if a man was a man, if a man led properly, if a man was handling his responsibility and priorities? You think a woman would submit? By submit, I mean let the man take lead.
Yeah. I think most women would. I wouldn't say every woman, but I say most women. You know, what you think, Keith? To me, it's most women.
He already answered the question when he said it. If a man leads properly, I mean, if you on top of your ish, it don't matter what type of woman you are. You can be a dominant woman or an independent woman. If a man's leading properly, he's going to step up to the plate and she's going, I don't want to say maybe submit, but she's going to step down to her role.
That's what submit means.
Well, what I mean by I'm not saying entirely submit is there's different occasions in what I'm referencing.
Correct me if I'm wrong, bro. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I will.
I feel that you're hesitant on using the word submit because of how women are today in nowadays, how they like to take charge, and I feel like submit nowadays might be too of an aggressive word towards
Oh, not at all. I was just referencing sex. Like, I mean, we keeping it brutally honest. I'm just saying, yeah, she might submit to the man and let him run the things in the household and stuff like that if he's leading properly. But I'm talking about when it comes to sex, she might still be the more dominant one. Is all I was referencing. That's why I sort of caught myself. Like you said, it's all about balance, bro.
But sex is involved in everything.
True.
Let's not say it starts with sex. I mean, that's just a setup right there, right?
Yeah,
but I'm just saying,
that.
Sex is a part of it. So, so if a woman is okay and allows herself to submit to a man sexually, do you guys feel like she will most likely submit to other parts in the relationship?
Oh, yeah.
And she got to trust you too, right?
Yeah.
She has to
submit. She has to trust you. So if the trust is there, chances are that it can happen.
It's going to be there, and that's the thing. He said if a man is doing his job or leading properly,
I don't think it should be a problem.
I was going to say, me either. Not if a man's doing what he should be doing.
Yeah.
Now, if we talking different scenarios, we talking F-boys, stuff like that, like we was just talking about, guys that are living off of women. I mean, don't get me wrong. It might be women that submit to that, but I don't see a woman submitting herself to a guy she's taking care of.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. The guy is submitting to her.
Really? And everything that, hey, you got this, ma.
And still has the nerve to act like the man in the relationship.
Yeah. It's 2019, man. It's a lot of things going on out there. Like, women step your game up.
Who, men?
Well, men too. But women, I mean, my thing is this.
I think women are the one that I feel like more women are the one that are stepping their game up, which is why, how we spoke last week, there's less real men out there. I feel like more men are comfortable with having the woman take lead, with having the woman be the provider, with having the woman be the alpha in the relationship.
I gotta run everything. I keep it honest. I mean, and I don't mean it in a bad way. See, because most girls be like, "Oh man, I mean everything. I lead everything."
You lead everything.
Everything in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
even when it comes to cooking,
everything.
So you cook too?
Yeah,
and you clean everything.
Yeah.
So what's she there for?
What's she there for?
Because you want her there, right?
Yeah.
That's it. And that's it.
No, yes.
Okay. All right. This is
cooking clean one.
Yo, press 1 if you're watching live. Press 2 if it's a replay. Press 3. Y'all don't gotta press 3. Everybody that comments is getting a shout out. It's your boy Stitches, Rico, and Keith here every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. You already know what it is.
Got caught up.
I'm about to get them caught up now, cause I'm not trying to get you caught up.
No. But I understand his question. Though. It was a logical question, but I mean, I like her being there. But do I need a woman? No, because I know how to cook.
I'm just saying that because I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that because I really don't believe it, so I had to check it. Because you're saying that you do everything. So when I say, okay, so what is she there for?
No, she does.
You saw me? Obviously, she does something.
Yeah,
you can't do everything.
No, but you know what I mean? Like I even try to take charge of everything.
No, I understand what you meant. So now let me clean you off. All right? Let me clean you off. As a man, you're more comfortable always taking charge. You're on top of things.
Yes.
You know what the priority is.
Yes.
You know what the responsibility
Yes.
is. You don't rely on her to check on you because you're already checking yourself and everything in the situation. Oh, it's everything clean. Are we cooking tonight? Are we eating out tonight? Is the baby good? The babysitter, like, I understand that you take charge in that aspect. So that's what you meant.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's what I would have said if I was
Dude, but I ain't no shame. Ain't no shame on my game though. I get that. If I have to clean the crib, I clean the crib. I'm 100. You know, I got 2 kids, so for me, but I understand what you mean. But yes, do she majority cleans the house most of the time? Yes, she does. But do I, in the middle of the night, I want to clean? Yes, I do that too.
And ain't no issues with that.
No issues.
No, that wasn't a question. We agree. That's a statement. There is no issue with that, bro, because like if two people are together, it should be a teamwork, right?
I feel like teamwork makes the dream work.
It does make the dream work. It's just that, okay, yeah, cool, we're men and stuff like that, but sometimes there has to be a balance between it. Like, if Shorty wants to, like, no, I want to cook for you today. No, I'm tired. Can we just go out? If it's okay for her to make some decisions too.
Of course, it's always okay.
Mm-hmm. It's always
That's why
okay.
two brains is better than one.
Because it's hard for men. Because we're so machista, you feel me? Or we are, but we have to have that balance, you know? Okay, so can we talk about the main topic, or y'all still want to talk about how there's a bunch of fuckboys everywhere?
It's raw, man. We can talk about whatever.
And why women don't respect men, why women expect that there are no real men, and why women feel like, and why is it that the cliche of nice guys finish last seem to be more cemented, especially now in today's society. And what I mean by that is that when a female meets a man for the first time, mm-hmm. and the man seems to be too good to be true because he's just being nice or because he's just being a gentleman, showing her respect and everything, mm-hmm. most women, because of their past experience, feel like that's a setup. Like that's fake, or they're playing a role, they're just acting. Because most women, and I'm not gonna say just women, because most people, it works both ways. Because most of us, we've been hurt so much that it's hard for us to have a reasonable doubt towards other people, especially when they seem to be too good to be true. A lot of times we self-sabotage ourselves, like because we feel like, wow, there is potential here. There is a future here. I do see myself with this person, but I know if I fall into it, eventually I'm going to get hurt. So you know what? Let me find out any reason to end it all right now.
And I mean, I'm glad that you brought that up because that actually brings up something I wanted to talk about, which is self-sabotaging.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is like you said, you know, we've been taught this. If something is too good to be true, it probably is, right? Not, hey, look, if that's too good to be true, jump on it because you might not get another opportunity. This might be it.
You said that's what we're accustomed to?
Well, that's what we've been taught. That's what we've been, you know what I'm saying?
So, I agree
I agree with that 100%, that when you do meet somebody and it's like, man, this person is on the same page as me? Damn. Like, man, this person got goals and ambitious and they're not afraid to actually go after them. Like, man, these are the things that I'm trying to do with my, like, man, what's wrong with her? She got the middle toe bigger than the big toe, don't she? There's something wrong with her.
We start looking for something that's
wrong.
And
I'm pretty sure women do it to men too. They always, like you said, you know, they start looking for something that's wrong. And like I said, it's self-sabotaging. It's like, I gotta find something that's wrong with you because I don't understand there's something wrong with me for thinking I don't deserve this.
Which is why everything does start with self-awareness, because you're absolutely right. It's the fear being projected onto your potential partner. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Like you said, like, okay, so wait a minute. I bet you her toenails is too big. In my case, I bet you she don't know how to dance bachata. I'm just being real.
Hey, she got to dance bachata.
I've
been around them. You got to dance bachata.
Real talk, but it's like we always feel like there's always something wrong with somebody, mm-hmm. instead of figuring out like, okay, the thing is that we want everything, bro. We want the whole package, and it's messed up that the flaws is actually what makes the package, because the flaws and the imperfections is what you can actually appreciate in the person. And I'm talking from the perspective as far as showing them a different light or a different way. Like, you know, it's cool when we, like, you know, we all know, we like to think we're conscious people. All right, cool. But it's cool for us when we meet a shorty and we can actually have these deep conversations. Mm-hmm. And what I mean about, I don't mean really flaws. I just mean like empty space that we can fill up.
When do you think is the best time to have that deep conversation?
The deep conversation?
Mm-hmm. In the beginning or in the middle or when you get to know each other? I don't know. I'm asking you.
It depends on the energy. It depends on the energy because everybody that you meet is gonna be different. So sometimes you might meet somebody and you vibe with, like you met some. We've all met somebody that we feel like we've known them for years. Like, wow, like, and it doesn't have to be just an intimate relationship. It doesn't have to be just a shorty, right? It could be one of my, like, bro. When I met you, we click.
Yeah.
Same thing, right? We sometimes we meet people and we just click automatically. But to answer your question, I feel like it's more based on the energy. Like, so I meet shorty and I'm a little iffy. So I'm not going to be having these conversations. I'm going to be doing some analysis and discovery questions, right? Like, let's see what she about, and let me see what her favorite color is.
Those discovery questions are important.
Very important.
That's the thing, man. Sometimes we too focused on trying to, do other things to really focus on knowing if we want to be with this person. And I think it's great that you brought it up.
Because they're blinded by just the looks. So let's start the main topic. Are y'all ready, guys? Are y'all ready? Before we get to the main topic, we ain't going nowhere. Shout out to Keith. He's here. Tanisha, Maria, Christopher. Thanks for watching. Tune into the Rec Boys. They live on every Wednesday at 7. Check my page. I always share it. Check it out. Cadiz Rivera, Bart, Tanisha, I said that already. Jennifer Alvarez, Shelly, Barbara, everybody who comments, I'm giving them a shout out. I don't care how long y'all gotta wait. Moises, Jaylene, Rico, you're right here, thank you. Jackie, Carlos, Dinky, Brandy Blake, everybody tuning in. Thank y'all all, we love you all. Keep commenting, I'm definitely gonna respond to them. What's good, compadre? Okay, what's up, fellas? Salute. I agree with them in the gray. That's Keith, by the way. Rico was good. Need my man to be alpha. There is no other way. I appreciate it. Is there a problem with the female running the show? Just playing devil's advocate. I'm definitely going to get to that.
That question.
Me too. It's a 50-50 in relationship. If it's needed for one to do more, then that's fine too. You should be able to lean on your significant other and vice versa. Exactly. Trying to control everything hurts the relationship. It has to be spoken about and agreed by both parties. Thank you all for tuning in. Back to this one. Is there a problem with the female running the show just playing devil's advocate? You say you had something to say real quick.
I mean, yeah, it's a problem. I'm going to say it's a problem. And I'm speaking for myself. I ain't going to say I'm speaking for every man, but I'm speaking for myself. I think it's a problem if a woman runs the show. Not because she can't. If she's there and she wants to help, sure. But if I'm in a relationship with a female, like you said, I'm an alpha male. I'm not gonna stand by and let somebody else take care of something I know I can do. Ever. Period. Whether, that's a shorty, there's kids, whatever. I'm gonna take care of what I can do. And I want her to just sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Take the ride with me.
I would say that it's only an issue when there's no balance in it. And what I mean by that is like when you said, just playing devil's advocate. Now, for those that don't understand what a devil's advocate is those that try to put something in the light that the other person doesn't see. When somebody's always feeling like yes, and yes, you tell them why it can't happen. You tell them the contrary. It's more like a debate. It's black and white. That's what a devil's advocate is. Like, oh, he feels like he can do this, and that. Let him know why he can't do this, and that. Or he thinks that this is red, then red and red and red. No, let me show him that it's actually burgundy, and it's always going against the grain, against the person. It's almost like a debate. Sometimes that's good because it does help you see things in another light. It does help you see things from the outside looking in. It does. But when it comes that excessive criticism, internally we start feeling like there's a lack of trust within us from the partner. So it's like if they keep on criticizing you or keep on playing that devil's advocate role within us as humans, we're going to feel like, man, she doesn't believe in me. Like, will she ever agree with me? Is it ever good enough?
I was just going to say, I start to feel like nothing is ever good enough. Okay, and you know what? I can actually understand that from the opposite role for that, because I've known people that have felt like, man, do I ever do anything good enough? And in my mind, I'm like, you do a lot of stuff that's great, but if I care about you and I want you to better yourself, I might be the person that tell you, hey, you could have did this differently, or you could have did that better, or you could have did this, so that you better yourself. If I can see an opportunity. But I personally have people tell me, like, man, do I ever do anything good enough? So I get that from the opposite, and I've never been on the side where I felt like that. Yeah, I've never felt like, man, I don't never do nothing right for this person. Well, and actually, if I want to say I felt like that, the only person that made me feel like that at a point in time was my mom when I was younger. She always believed I could do better, so she pushed me harder than any of my teachers or anybody else in school. And I used to feel like I couldn't do enough for her until the day she told me, I'm proud of you, when I graduated. And then it was like, it was all worth it. That one feeling of her, just that statement made it all worthwhile after that.
Press 1 if you're watching live, 2 if it's a replay. Rico, let me ask you this, my color.
Yeah.
Why do you think people keep messing around with people? People keep dating other people. People keep having sex with other people. Hooking up with other people. Even if they know that there's no future with them. Why do you feel like people keep on messing around with people when they know for a fact that there's no future at all?
It could be looks. It could be,
You think it's just looks?
No,
That's just the first one that come to mind.
It looks.
Why do y'all feel like people keep messing around with people even though they know it's just a mess around? Now you saying looks. Now you talking to like me like it's like a boy toy or something like that.
Like a boy toy. Like the thing is, it could be a boy toy. Maybe he got game. Mm-hmm. Hey,
or maybe he got game. Okay, I like that.
You get what I'm saying? Some women get blinded by that, and then obviously the man get comfortable and.
See, that's the word I was gonna use right there. Comfortable. People get too comfortable. You meet somebody, it's like, oh damn, she's bad. Oh wow, okay. Let me talk to her. Let me holler at her. Y'all chilling for a little bit. Things get a little intimate. Okay. Now all of a sudden, it's like a month go by, and it's like, yo, bro. She calls me every day. I tell her I work from this time to this time, and she still calls me 5 times while I'm at work, knowing I can't answer my phone. But I like her. She's cool. She's pretty. She got a nice smile. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna see how things go. Now, 3 months down the road, you know what? Damn, man. She ain't calling as much no more. She still call a little bit, but damn, man, she got a nice body on her. I really like this girl. She's mad cool. Now a year go by. It's like, damn, man. What else do I like about this girl besides her smile? And
okay, so.
Maybe I don't like her.
So going by
I've been with her for a year.
I got what you're going. Okay, so let me clarify.
You want to know how it happened, bro? It's how it happened.
Let me clarify for the viewers. Rico, you believe it's more because of the looks, it's a boy toy, and it's fun.
And it's
cool.
Fun. And the game, he got a gifted guy.
And he got game, Tato. I'm not. It's what we think. So it's not like I can disagree.
I've never been in that situation, so I'm just what I think. The thing is, I pay my own stuff. And
Keith believes that it's more of a procrastination. A lot of hope in there. That's a lot of hope in there. So I'm gonna tell y'all why. Cause the sex is good.
Yeah, that's it right there.
You know what?
I mean,
why y'all complicating things? Why y'all complicating things? The reason why people keep messing around with people, even though they know ain't no future, is because the sex is banging. Because the head is on point. Like, what are y'all talking? I thought this was brutally honest raw, guys. Let's not be so conscious. Can we have a little balance?
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, as soon as you said it, you're right. I mean,
you should ask the ladies what they think.
I'm asking them, ladies, why y'all keep messing around with that dude? Y'all know it ain't no good for you. Talk to me. Why y'all keep messing around with that dude that you know ain't got no money? You know he can't take you out. The nigga never took you out on a date. Why you keep messing with him? Tell me why you keep messing. Your friends keep telling you that this dude is a loser. Why you keep messing? You want to talk to them, right? Tell me why y'all keep messing with him. Because the sex is good.
Yeah. I mean, if we was on Family Feud, that would probably be answer number one. That would probably be answer number one, right? And not for that, for some people, it might even be finances.
Oh,
it might be finances, right? Oh, they got money.
You know what?
Like, on some real I mean, we talking about it. Not, and I'm not just saying females. I'm not just saying females that's looking for men with money, because we was talking about guys that are, letting women take care of them. So it could be the finances. Like, man, they stable. I know if I stay with them, I'm good. And like I said, it goes back to the comfortability level of I'm okay with letting somebody take care of me.
Or the woman is okay at running the relationship, because maybe she knows, like, I got him in control. Yeah. So he's going to be home at this certain time or whatever, however way they play it in their mind,
Mm-hmm.
And that could be too, that she's the dominant one and try to keep him there versus like a guy like me and you. You get what I'm saying? It's a different story.
Yeah.
So that could be too,
So we're getting deep here.
Well,
so now we're getting a little bit.
I mean, come on. It's brutally honest, but let's be honest. It's not always just sex.
So, okay. So, can I respond on y'all love it too?
Yeah.
All right,
I
cool.
was going to say, man, go ahead.
All right.
Let's hear what you got to say.
Another reason why people would keep messing around with somebody else, even though they know it's no future, it's because of lack of willpower and patience.
Okay.
The reason why somebody would keep messing with somebody, even though they know it's no future, is because of the lack of willpower, patience, and let's also add the lack of options. There is nobody else. There is nobody better. They can't get nobody else. You're the only one there.
The lack of confidence.
Yeah.
The
lack of bitches. The lack of females. Like, I'm only messing because there's nobody else responds to my DMs. That's, and I'm not disagreeing with anything we said. Everything we said is probable, it's a possibility, and it does happen. We get it. But what I'm saying also happens too. Like, the dude has nobody else to mess with. You're the only one. That's what I mean by no options. What I mean as far as by the lack of willpower, by the lack of willpower is that we know better. We know what we got to do. You know cigarettes are bad for you, but you keep smoking it. Use that analogy. Use that metaphor. You know this person is bad for you. You know this person ain't leading you nowhere, but you keep on hitting it. You keep on dealing with it. That's lack of willpower. And what we mean about lack of patience, like we said, there's no option or anything. You just don't value your time enough to just wait around for somebody that is on your level, it is on your standards, and is a potential wifey or hubby to you.
Hey, how about, you know who be having me cracking up though? The ones on Facebook. Right? For real. Those are the ones that be cracking me up.
I was going to say the social media.
No, they be cracking me up. One minute they're like, oh man, you sit on Facebook. Oh man, then the next minute talk about they get married and then the next minute they talk about they breaking up with the same guy, with the same bum guy. The same bum guy we talking about.
And it's only been 3 days. Like, Monday they met, Tuesday they're getting married, Wednesday it's already a divorce. On Thursday, she got a new Tinder account. 5th day, she's at my crib. Like, what happened? No, I'm just joking. I was going to say, 6th
day, she's pregnant, but by the last guy. But she wants you to raise it. This is what happens, right? Life.
I ain't signed that birth certificate. Hold up. I've been with wifey 20 plus years. There has been times wifey held it down. Exactly. It's all about balance. Tanisha was good. Some people stay with people because they can't be by themselves. It's like a fear of solitude. Body. There's always an option. You damn right there's always an option, but it's an option we want. I went to the ice cream parlor. All they had was butter pecan. I'm allergic to nuts.
Are you going to go back to visit that place?
I don't think so, but it's an option.
It is definitely
Come on, I got that. Like, right? There is always an option. I might be allergic to it. Oh man. What should we switch it up to? I love this conversation. You know what I hate? To try to talk about a little bit more serious, on a more serious tone. I had shared something to the group, to brutally honest, unfiltered, and it was like on two lesbian couples. You commented on it, trying to cut off their son's genitals to try to force him into trying to be a transgender.
Wait.
I also seen another article, actually a video. It's like a festival of two homosexual guys dancing in front of second graders in the festival.
Yeah, I think it's starting to become too much.
The question is, where is this agenda of forcing our kids to be gay? Where is it coming from?
LGBT. And what I mean by that is they have an agenda to where they want to be considered. I'm not saying normal because I mean what's the definition of that, right? But to where they're considered on the same level, like maybe not same level, but it's like as equals with heterosexuals. Like, and what I mean is, I'm not saying there should be any type of segregation that, but what I mean is if we're able to display heterosexuals on TV, a man and a woman kissing, their agenda and their play on this is why can't we show the same thing showing two girls or two guys or whatever, so that the way they express their love as gays, it can be shown to the world just like heterosexual love is shown to the world. Now, I think the problem with that is it's starting to be too much. And what I mean, and sort of I think what you're saying is now they're forcing it on kids.
Yeah.
And we had spoke about this on the Brutally Honest before when they had, I think it was a Flash episode where they had two guys kissing on Flash. And it's like, okay, this is a predominantly kid watch show. You know, these are predominantly kid watch things. And now you're forcing it on them. And what I mean by that is, don't get me wrong, HBO, Showtime, you know, stuff that, you know, not regular TV, but like paid for TV.
But you know,
you can do all of that stuff, and there's no like
insinuation.
Yeah, none of that. Like whatever. It is what it is. You know, but I'm not going to have my son or my daughter up watching HBO when it, you know, at 11, 12 o'clock at night when I know they have this stuff on. Yeah. But when you're putting it in kids' shows, or like you said, two men dancing in front of second graders.
Not just dancing, stripping.
Schools. Yes, I seen that in Manhattan. I seen that video.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
That happened in Manhattan.
I didn't even see that.
They was on Speedos, and I'm like, this is real.
And that's my thing about it is you're forcing this on these kids because they want to be accepted. They're trying to change the world by changing it with the kids. Meaning, if it's accepted by mainstream media, your kids are going to grow up knowing it's accepted too. Whereas when we grew up, and we spoke about this last week, you know, I didn't grow up with flamboyant gays. Like, yeah, I knew people in the hood was like, okay, he does him, whatever, but you never hear about nothing. You know, they just do them. Nowadays, it's all public. It's like on Facebook. It's everywhere. It's like I'm wearing rainbows every day all of a sudden because I need the world to know what I am. And that's the thing. It's like the advocate part of it. It's, do you want people to know you're gay because you want the world to know, or are you pushing the agenda?
And what you were saying, like, what gets you so pissed?
What got me pissed off, right? It's like I see it in the school system. Like, you know, they have now. Kids have this little classes that they have in certain states, right? And the thing is, what get me mad is that, okay, you don't teach the kids about no financial, no. Keep it at 100. No, keep it at 100. I gotta keep it at 100.
And go to life, everything is about money. So they don't teach you that.
They don't teach you your credit. They don't teach you finance. They don't teach you nothing. But you're gonna teach my kid something I don't teach at home. Like, come on, let's be real. The thing is, to me, it's not about respect anymore because now it's crossing lines now. You get what I'm saying? The respect is where I see you, we good, you know, whatever, you ain't. But now it's like, okay, you're trying to force it into schools, then you're putting it on, you know, kids' YouTubes and kids' movies and kids this. Bro, it's out of control.
And the problem...
And you don't see a man and girl kissing all the time in a cartoon either.
No, but the thing about it is, let you as a parent say something about it, and now you're considered a homophobe.
But I'm not. I'm just being real.
I get that, but now what I'm saying is this. Back in the day, we saw something. Okay, we labeled them. It is, this is what it is. That's how they act. This is what we're gonna call them.
Yeah.
But now, if you go against it, or you don't, like you said, I don't teach my kids this at home. My kid just came home and told me they're learning this. I'm gonna call the teacher. Hey, what are you teaching them? And then I'm gonna find out why. And if I don't want my kids a part of it, I'm gonna tell them, nah, I don't want that for my kids. Yeah. But now I come off as the aggressor, not the victim. And that's, like you said, that's my child. You're teaching something that I don't teach.
And I'm the parents.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm the parents.
And that's why I said it's an agenda by the LGBT, as far as it being accepted, is to get it out there as much as they can.
Okay, but think about it. We already know they exist.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, so how much more out there you want to get it? It's the question. How much more out there? I mean, think about it. Look, we're seeing it in YouTube. We're seeing it everywhere. Even I'm surprised we haven't seen posters yet, but we'll see that pretty soon anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, I mean, what more? What more do you want? What more? Really, what more do you want? I mean, you're already equal. Look, you're already equal. And another thing that I disagree with is when they play the guy, the trainee, whatever they want to call themselves. You feel me? They play the women's sport too. That's another thing, bro.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Like, come on, let's be real. Like,
I feel like we should talk about this next week.
Yeah, you know what?
Because I feel like because you just brought up another branch of conversations that we can actually even talk about it that's still based of the root of the issue, which is why do we keep forcing our kids this gay agenda? Why, and what we mean by forcing is like, why do we keep putting it in their faces? Right? When we grew up, and I don't want to talk about that when we grew up, because I understand things change and things like that, and I understand that now it is a parent's responsibility to filter the content. Like you said, oh, you heard something on the school, all right, so now it's your responsibility to hit the school up. Oh, you saw something on the Bravo network, all right, cool. So now I'm gonna put parental, settings on so that my child won't be able to see that, depending on how old your child is.
But you want to know something, Stitch? There is no parental control for that.
Mm-hmm.
There's parental control to watch the language. There's parental control so they can't go see anything X-rated. Parental controls. But if I'm watching Flash with my son, I'm liable to see two men kissing.
Yes, straight up.
And then when he asked me, hey, Dad, why did they just do that? Now I'm forced to explain something that he doesn't even know. Now I have to explain that. And like you said, it's not even something I practice or teach at home.
When I said back when we grew up, we didn't have to and wasn't that exposed like that. I want to talk about that because things nowadays are different. Like you said, okay, so like what happened? I was watching The Flash with Michael, and all of a sudden two guys are kissing. I'm watching The Flash, the comic book superhero, with my son. And we're watching the show, and we see two guys kissing. No, I'm gonna say it one more time so I could do this rant properly. I'm over here watching the show, The Flash, the superhero, the fastest man alive, my favorite superhero, with my son, my 8-year-old son. And we're watching it, and we're popping popcorn, and we're drinking Sprite, and we're having a hell of a time.
To that part.
And then we see two guys kiss.
Flash and Miss Flash.
They wasn't saving nobody. No, the kiss didn't save the world. No, it's two guys kissing because they needed to fill in some time on the 30-minute slot.
Yeah.
But they filled it up with two guys kissing.
That's 30 minutes.
And if I'm gonna get a bit pissed off at this, then I should be equally pissed off when I saw two girls kissing too. Because that's how it started.
That's exactly how it started. Because as men, we look at that and go, that's okay. And that's exactly how
this is what I mean.
And that's exactly how it started. It would be okay for two women kissing. And then LGBT, well, if it's okay for two women to kiss, it's gotta be okay for two men to kiss.
Exactly. That is why we really want to talk about this, and we're gonna actually add the LGBTB P because they want to put that letter in it too.
No, I'm just letting you know. I don't know how to pronounce it. That's not even in my vocabulary. Like I don't pronounce it. Like I could, but.
So I guess next week we're gonna have some pretty interesting conversations. Thank y'all all for tuning in. I am your boy Stitches MBC here with Brutal Keith and Rico. It's Rico. And Brutal Rico. What's good, man? I love you guys all, man. Thanks for tuning in, man.
Peace out.